So, welcome to Kitely. Let's talk about it. And
Nice. Oh,
yeah, what? Sorry, ESL vocabulary. I'm losing my days today. Any guesses as to which vocabulary challenge we're going to be talking about today? No prizes.
About the spa or swimming or
Swimming, yeah. Swimming. I haven't quite got a spa here. We'd have to go to Second Life for a spa. And I
Yeah.
figured that as Nina and Artem have just about figured Kitely out, let's not confuse things too much by throwing Second Life into the mix. Although we will be doing in future sessions. So Nina, yesterday you ended up in a different sim. But that was within Kitely. But in other sessions, we go off-grid. So that might mean other open sim grids, hypergridding it's called, or even Second Life. So keep an eye on the calendar and the forum. And if it says, oh, we'll be meeting in Second Life, yes, you'll have to get yourself a Second Life account. Or we'll be going off-grid. You'll have to figure out where we are or be on time. That's the danger of turning up late, is that we've already gone and then it's like playing hide and seek across the multiverse. So who took part in the vocabulary challenge? April's not here, but Shiny, I think you haven't you? Have you got voice, Shiny?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Lynn. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. We can hear you, Shiny.
she's not sure.
Oh yeah, no. Well, we did. I know she did because we did several challenges, all based around swimming. Okay. Now I'm just trying to remember where it started because I haven't caught up with the challenges. Let me just see. Okay, that was the underwear. So I'll just change that one so that we know in the future. Vocabulary challenge 71 was underwear. Okay. Okay. And then save. So it must have been from 72 maybe? Ah, yes. So in 72, let me share the link with you. I'll put it into local chat as soon as I've found, in my chat. Okay. Okay, so there was a lot of vocabulary around swimming pools. I don't know, who amongst you... Don't forget to mute if you're not speaking. So, Artem, if you could mute if you're not speaking. I've got a bit of feedback on your mic. That's it, thank you. Okay, so who amongst you actually goes swimming regularly? Do any of you enjoy swimming as a sport?
I live just next to the beach, but I don't go actually so often. Just in the morning, maybe I can go.
Oh, that must be
But
lovely. Just going out for a
yeah,
swim.
yes. But usually I go there just to play volleyball, not to swim.
So you're a beach bum. By the way, that's not an insult. Calling somebody a beach bum, it just means they like spending their time on the beach, messing about on the beach, playing volleyball,
Yeah,
sunbathing.
before midday, before 11, when just the sun start to burn your skin too much, and I mean to go out of the beach.
So before it gets too hot, yeah. Or maybe in the evening when it starts to cool down. I know what you mean about if you live in a hot country, you don't want to be... We have a
But in
song.
the evening,
Have you heard the
in the
saying?
evening, in the evening, the sand is still hot also.
Is
The
it?
better
Oh.
timing. It's,
Have you heard this saying? Who'd like to read that out for me?
No, I can't.
Do you want to read it out, Artem?
Sorry, the last phrase wasn't clear.
Yeah, could you read out what I just typed up?
Oh, okay. Mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midnight sun.
Yeah. Have any of you never heard that saying? It's famous.
Oh no.
There's even a song about it. None of you ever heard that saying? Mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday sun.
Just don't forget to bring a cap with yourself.
Well, the thing about the English is we don't get much sun. So when we do get some sun, we just go mad because we don't know when it's coming back again. So we do get terribly burnt on holiday. It's not good for us at all. You're all very quiet, the rest of you. What's going on? Why is nobody else speaking? Artem, you're the only one speaking today.
Okay, I'm here.
I do wonder sometimes, oh dear, am I talking to myself? Okay, so looking at the vocabulary, what do you think this would be counted as? Let me just, actually, I'll sit on this and then we'll just adjust it so I'm not actually drowning.
Yeah.
Help me, save me, somebody. Okay, that looks safer, doesn't it?
Okay, now you're floating, yeah.
Yeah. So, would you call it a swimming pool?
I would say yes,
You would say yes.
but also it
Okay.
could be a wedding, how do you say that? Like a wedding pool or something like that. But it's really small, small swimming pool.
It's
So I
a
don't know.
very small swimming pool. They're very popular nowadays because it's not really, to me, it's not a swimming pool. I mean, if you try to swim in it, you'd be like, swim, 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 stop.
Yeah.
Swim, 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 stop. So to me, it's not really a swimming pool. What do you think, Shiny? Would you call it a swimming pool?
No,
No? Why not? What do you think makes a swimming pool?
because it's just for cooling down the children in the backyard and for stretching.
Yeah,
Not for
we often
swimming.
call them inflatable pools. Yeah. And they're more for leisure than for swimming. You're not going to get fit in one of those, really, are you? Oh, Artem, could you remember to mute? We've got feedback again. Thank you. Just when you want to speak, if you unmute. I don't know why, but your mic and mine are feeding back on each other for some reason. Are you using a headset, Artem? It's quite often.
Yes, I do. I
You
do.
are? Okay. Now, often if somebody's using the internal speakers, there's feedback.
Lena, I just not remembering this vocabulary challenge and I don't see the list of vocabulary. Could you put in chat box? I sent a request, but I think it will take time to.
No, it won't take any time at all. Hang on. I'll go in and I'll add you now. Sorry, I thought you were already a member. Oh, there you are. Okay, you're in. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the link again. Oh no, it's there. It's easy there. Okay, so a leisure pool, an inflatable pool, not really a swimming pool. What about this one next, just behind Monique? Monique, you might not have noticed it. you know, it's like, oh, where did that come from? Is this a swimming pool?
No.
No. What might you call this then?
This is another inflatable, but it looks like a jacuzzi, but it's not. But
it's not a jacuzzi, no, no.
Yeah,
Actually,
but it looks.
Nowadays you can get inflatable jacuzzis, which is amazing, but they're really expensive still. And no, this is definitely for the children. Yeah, you're Shiny. You're spot on. A paddling pool. It's a paddling pool. A pool to paddle in. Hang on a second. Let me just edit linked and make that phantom. Hang on. General object. Where's phantom gone? Oh, I can't make it phantom unless I unlink it. Okay, fair enough. Yep, unlink phantom. Okay, so now I'm paddling in it. Before it was a miracle I can walk on water. Okay, so this is what I'd call a paddling pool. Definitely for the kiddies though. Kiddies pool as well, but the kiddies pool can sometimes be at the swimming pool. Like the shallow pool at the children's pool. This is definitely just a paddling pool. Hot summer days, very easy to put out, very easy to inflate, fill up with water, and people can cool down a bit. Okay. Any questions so far?
Why we're assuming this little house? There is next to us, much more bigger, but it's without water.
Yeah. But we're going to come to that in a bit, Artem. Okay. We're going to use this session to do the pool vocabulary and also a little bit of grammar. Huh? No grammar. Okay. So, what sort of other things would you? Obviously, we've got the learner pool. That can sometimes be a little bit like this leisure inflatable pool. Small, quite shallow, but deep enough to still swim in. However, you can stand up. You can stand up quite easily in it. Less danger of drowning. Now, we're going to look at the texts that everybody wrote as well today. And there's something I want to point out that's quite important. Then you've got the changing rooms and the lockers. Yeah. And then you've got what you wear. So what do you wear to go? Monique, you said you used to go swimming. Do you not go swimming anymore or only occasionally?
No, not anymore. You know, because I remember that my parents, they, you know, like, you have to learn this and that. And I did. So, but the thing is, because here is cold and, you know, that when you just go out and you just, I mean, because of the climate. So I remember that every time when I finished my courses, I was like, oh my gosh, I felt sick, and oh no way, I don't like that feeling. And it's just because this, how can I say that? When you change the climate, basically, because we are in a how can I say, when it's it's warm inside, but when you go out, it's cold. So that's that thing is bad for your health. And I remember that.
To catch a chill.
Yeah, I hate that. And I remember that every time, like every time when I finished, they were like, oh no, my gosh, my throat or something like that, or I just catch a chill. Yep.
Oh dear.
So
that's such a shame.
But I learned, you know, different styles. I remember freestyle and the back and blah, 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 and everything. But yeah, so that was good.
Excellent.
But yeah, but not anymore. You know, like yeah, when I go to swimming pool, it's just like I want a bath, a bath, sunbathe, and that's all. Huh? Oh, yeah.
So you'd have to sunbathe whilst Artem's playing volleyball then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
I don't
nicely.
like it.
Yeah, Monique, you bring me nicely to the point of you mentioned something. Now here I was floating. Now that's not really swimming, is it? It's just relaxing, floating. I love floating, by the way. First thing I learnt before I could swim, I learnt to float. In fact, I was quite old before I learnt to swim, to be honest. What swimming strokes do you know? They weren't in the text, but what swimming strokes do you know? Nina,
What
you
stroke?
said,
The
Nina, you said,
styles?
yeah, just type them up here. What swimming strokes do you know? They've got different names. Nina, you
I don't know if
said,
you have
I
taken up-
not go. I not go. I'm not sure what you mean by I not go. You don't go swimming? Yeah, stroke style, but they're normally called swimming strokes, the way that you move through the water. So if you were to watch the Olympics, the swimming competitions in the Olympics, each competition uses a different stroke. Freestyle means you can use whichever stroke you think is the fastest. But each one's got a different name. Okay, well, we've got the breaststroke.
Very difficult one.
It's not very fast, but it's the one the old ladies at the swimming pool tend to use, the breaststroke, because you can keep your head above the water. How would you describe the breaststroke to somebody? Keeping it clean, of course. Don't confuse that with anything naughty.
Like, they swim like frogs.
Yeah,
Like a frog.
like a frog.
Basically
yeah.
like a frog. But also there is a freestyle as well. I mean, it's a different style. And it's the one that you are just moving, or you are just, gosh, I don't know how to explain that. Yeah, when you are, or how can I say that? When you are moving your arms. So
Yeah.
that's how one of the styles, or the strokes. The freestyle is one of them.
Okay, I'll tell you what I call it in a bit. Okay.
Okay.
But it might be an American difference. So let's stick with the breaststroke. And I think your sort of comparison with the frog is very good, because when I was learning that stroke, we were taught kick like a frog. Yeah.
Online, you asked me, I think, my microphone is closed.
Okay. Yes, we didn't hear your
yeah,
answer,
because-
so.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I used to go to the pool in the club when I was young, but now not, because I have some problems in my skin when I go to the pool, and some allergies as well, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't like more.
One of the problems with swimming in a public
Yeah.
swimming pool, they put so much chlorine into the water. If you have sensitive skin, it's never going to be good for you.
Particularly in thermal water, it's really complicated for me.
Okay, so
No, yeah.
Yeah?
I understand. Yeah.
okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to get you each to read a little bit about how to do the breaststroke. Okay, this is from WikiHow. So let's see, who was here first? I think Monique, you were here first. If you'd like to start.
Okay, there's some noise. Okay, place yourself laterally in the water with your arms extended straight in front of you and your legs behind you. Then do an underwater pull out and go as far as you can.
Good. So you're pulling the water with your hands. Okay. Okay, so let's see how they describe that. Marco, if you'd like to read this bit.
Okay, but what is laterally?
Flat.
Yeah, one side. No?
So
La-
lateral, yeah, that means that way. Okay. So not horizontal,
But,
laying flat in the water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your body has to be in the water.
In the water, flat.
Just
the whole body.
Just different.
Obviously not
Different.
Yeah, not completely like this. Let me just show you how it would be. See if this will work. Hang on.
Totally opposite. Okay.
Hang on.
Here. Over one side.
Like that.
Exactly.
Oh.
It's over one side. That's why it's lateral.
I'm dead.
Are you
No,
aware
that's
that
impossible. Lynn is speaking under the water.
Blub, blub,
he needs a rescue?
blub, 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 blub. Hang on.
Do you have a certificate?
Yeah.
I
I remember
Oh
that
my goodness,
experience.
what's going on? Oh god. Ah! Now I've lost myself completely. Hang on. It's always dangerous doing these things when using a pose ball. Okay, but you get the idea. Thank you for rescuing me.
You're welcome.
Okay, so lateral. The opposite to lateral is horizontal. Okay.
Sideways.
Yeah,
Sideways.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So your arms in
pull
front
up.
of you, your legs behind you. So, okay, if you'd like to read that, Marco.
Okay. Pull out. When your arms are out in front of you, pull your arms straight down past your thighs while doing a butterfly kick. Glide until you slow down. Then sneak your hands back up in front of your body while doing a backstroke kick. Then start your stroke.
Okay, well done. Then Artem, if you'd like to read the next two parts.
Don't forget to do pull-outs. Pull-outs give you a head start and make your stroke faster. Do pull-out off or starts and turns.
Yeah, very good. So, Nina, if you'd like to read this next bit. We just
Okay.
squeeze a line
Don't
through.
forget to the.
Oh, no, this bit.
Okay.
This bit. Here, there you go. You're too fast for me.
Oh.
I'm slow, you know. I'm very slow.
But I can start for don't or for
Just push.
push.
Push, please.
Push. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Push your arms apart so that they create a diagonal with your body. Make sure your palms are facing out and your elbows are straight.
Very good. Well done. Diagonal with your body.
Diagonal.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay,
You do.
thank
You get a smiley because you corrected yourself. Diagonal. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay, Shiny. You're
I'm
next.
sorry guys, I just wanted to say bye
Yeah.
and I just got to go. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay. Sorry,
Bye.
Adam. Okay, take care
Bye-bye.
then. Bye. Take care. Bye.
Bye
Thanks for
bye.
coming. Okay, Shiny, your turn.
Your elbows into the sides of your body. Then bring your hands together in front of your chest. Now simply push your hands forward so they return to where they started. Do not make your arms go wide open, but do not make a tiny circle either. Also, when both of your hands get to your chest, breathe and shoot them out quickly side by side, palms up.
Very good, but breathe. Breathe.
Breathe.
Yeah,
Thank you.
breath. Breath is without the E. Take a breath. Yeah? Take a breath. Take a deep
Down.
breath. Yep, that's
Take
it.
my
Take a
breath
deep breath.
away.
Yeah, and then don't. What my instructor at the gym is always telling me: don't forget to breathe. Breathe is the actual verb.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
I hold my breath. I always hold my breath. I'm like, and then I forget to breathe.
Oh, I need to breathe.
Okay, very good. Number 4 then. Back to Monique. Yep. Oh, sorry, Monique, yes?
Okay. No, that's okay. Actually, I think that's, oh my God, I think that's the hardest part. And it's just to describe in English that kind of things.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's not easy, Lynn. Oh my gosh, it's like a do that and return and blah, blah. Oh, I mean, finding the right verbs just to explain such a things, it's
that's why I'm
really advanced.
You the text. That's why I'm
really
giving
advanced.
You the text.
Gosh.
Aren't you glad we've got WikiHow to help us? Because if I was
my God, but it's really interesting, because when you learn how to say that sort of things, I think it's a good point. We are just
brings
improving.
a lot of vocabulary together. Things that you do, also body parts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's
but also that instructions, like okay, move like this and blah, blah, blah. Oh gosh.
Yep.
I find this hard. Okay.
Okay. Next, I'm going to give you 2 parts, so bear with me a second because it's a bit short, that one. Okay. There you go.
Okay. While completing step 3, lift your head, neck, and upper chest out of the water to breathe. Do not remove your hands from the water. Bending your knees, bring your feet towards your bottom. Make a circular motion with your feet until they meet with your legs, fully extended once again. Complete this step as fast as possible. Start your kick about when you are breathing. You can start a little earlier, but not later.
Perfect. Well done. Very nicely read. Okay.
Okay.
Next, it's Marco. Good luck, Marco. Here we go.
Okay. Do not take 2 strokes with 1 breath. This will give you automatic disqualification. If you want to take your breath every other stroke, then you have to lift your head up and put it back down. If you don't, and just do 2 strokes without lifting up your head, you will be disqualified. So make sure that you at least lift up your head. Also, when you take a breath, do not look up. Instead, look down at the water. With every stroke of your hands and arms, it will take your head up automatically. So don't move your head as it will waste your energy. When you are almost finished, touch the shore with both hands at the same time, or else you will be disqualified.
Wow. Lots of reasons to be disqualified in swimming. I never knew that you had to touch the end of the pool, or the shore as they call it here, with both hands at the same time. Because when I'm swimming, I've always got one hand further in front than the other. I would be disqualified. Now, you all know what it means to be disqualified, do you? If you're disqualified from something.
Yes.
Yeah? Everybody?
Yep.
Nina, do you know what disqualification means?
You are back off. Sorry.
You're thrown out of the competition. You're no longer allowed to compete. Even if you win, even if you think you have won, if they find anything wrong, you lose that win. You are disqualified. So there's disqualification, and the verb is to disqualify
Inability.
someone. Yeah. To be disqualified, to disqualify someone. Okay.
You are incompetent.
That's it. Okay, so let's answer some questions from Wiki. So first of all, Shiny, how would you answer this question? So, Shiny, ask the question first and then answer it.
Should I wear goggles?
What do you think, Shiny?
Do whatever you want.
Well, okay. What would your advice be to somebody who wants to swim competitively?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, just sure. Yeah. What about you, Monique? Do you think you say yes, I should, or yes, you should? Shiny asked the question.
If I'm, I'm just maybe asking the question, or asking me that question. So, should I wear goggles? Yes, I should.
Okay.
Yep.
What should I wear today? Okay. Anybody else got any thoughts on wearing goggles when you're swimming?
It is necessary. Oh my gosh. Yep.
Okay, why?
To protect your eyes.
Yeah. Ah.
To protect your eyes.
Okay, yeah. Okay, well done. So, Shiny, could you read this?
Protect your eyes and allow you to see in the water.
Yeah. I mean, I know people who swim without wearing swimming goggles, but I think if you were to swim competitively, I think you need it. Again, that chlorine. Marco, you were saying something.
Yes, because I didn't get used to wear these glasses, so like my eyes are immediately turn in red, so like
they turn red. Yeah.
Yeah, turn red, like it's like, and it's look like little bit creepy. But yes,
monster.
Master. Yes, but I don't know, because from my childhood I didn't wear it, so like nowadays it's like I don't know, it's not part of. I know it's good because you can watch under the water, especially if you dive, but I don't know, because
I know some people who can't even bear to have their face in the water, and they're the ladies who do the breaststroke with their heads out of the water. They must get a really sore neck. Shiny, take the mic.
To put on goggles in school when we attend the swimming class. Before that, in the past, they were faucet. The head is up to the air, so that would be convenient for children to wash their eyes after swimming.
Yeah, I mean,
Sure.
we had a swimming pool at my secondary school, and I can't remember ever wearing goggles, but we did have to wear swimming caps. We did have to wear those to stop hair floating away, and we hated them, absolutely hated them, because they were just those horrible. I don't know if you have any of you ever worn a swimming cap, that sort of rubbery cap that you have to show your hair.
Yes.
Oh.
It's necessary as well, and
they're so
especially, I mean,
smelly.
you have to, but it protects your hair as well, because again, chlorine, it's really damaging. So yeah,
That's true,
it's
but
necessary.
as a child I hated it. I absolutely
Yeah, of
hated
course,
it. Yeah.
and we look terrible, but anyway.
Yeah.
But do you know the water polo? Water polo is the precise name of the sport.
Yes, I've seen water polo, yeah.
They play it, and but they wear these like caps on their heads, like. But I think that it's maybe just to distinguish them, because the men here, like it's someone is like with it's usually short hair, so like it can't spoil their their hair, because ladies usually have longer hair than
but
male.
in all honesty,
But I
Marco,
was
nowadays it's very rare, especially at a leisure pool, to see anybody, including ladies with long hair. You don't see anyone wearing a swimming hat anymore, a swim cap anymore. It's weird, but they don't.
yes, but I don't know, especially in this sport. I think that it's now it raised a question, like because I don't know why they wear it. Maybe just that is like similar like football kits, because they have football shirts, because they have the numbers, and commentators could disguise them during the live broadcast or something like it. I don't know why. Is it like maybe because on the trainings, I don't think that they wear these caps just for the matches, but maybe it's like from some healthy reason. But I think that it
whilst
is just
training or during training. Training is one of those words that doesn't take the plural. Okay, so whilst training or during training. Okay.
Okay.
There is also a rule, when you go to a swimming pool and you are just training, you have to, and it's because
Not
of the
in the UK
this.
and not in Germany.
I mean, in here, yes, yeah, you have to wear your swimming cap, because hair could be everywhere,
Yeah,
which is disgusting.
Yeah, I know. But it's changed in the UK. You don't see that as a rule anywhere. There are other rules, but you don't see it in the UK, and not in Germany either. It's bizarre, but true.
Yeah.
Okay, now you mentioned freestyle as a stroke, Monique. Now,
Yep.
in the UK, we call it the front crawl.
Poor guys, yeah. Even in the Olympics, you hear freestyle.
So the front crawl is
Front crawl, okay.
That was my swimming stroke at school. That's the one I mastered. But now I've got a bad back. I'm afraid I'm one of the little old ladies with my head above the water. And it's quite tricky. But let's try reading out some of the instructions. Okay, and this is from the BBC, this one. Now, who's read, who hasn't read? Okay, Nina, if you could read, I'll just put a line in. Okay, there you go.
Okay. Step 1. When you first try front crawl, it's crawl. I don't know. Swim with all of your body close to the surface of the water, keeping your hips and legs behind your shoulder. Imagine you are trying to swim for a narrow tube without touching the sides. A good way of doing this is to put your face in the water and keep your legs kicking all of the time.
Very good. Have any of you ever done that? Just swimming without using your arms, just kicking along? We had to do that.
Yeah.
In swimming lessons, yeah. Never get very far. I've got a terrible kick, and my bum's always sticking above the water. I just like it's just this bottom moving along the top of the water. Like, instead of a shark, it's just a bum. You got the shark fin. No, you got teacher's bum coming towards you. It's terrible. I can't make it go. I think it's just too inflatable or something. So nicely read, Nina. You were a little bit stuck on crawl. Yeah, not to be confused with cruel. Cruel.
Crawl is okay.
Crawl is nasty.
Oh.
Don't be
vicious.
cruel.
Yeah, don't be cruel. And crawl. So it's more of an or sound. Okay. Crawling back to
Oh.
you, yes. You'll come crawling back. And then the next one, you had it right the first time. It's surface. Surface.
Surface.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. The first time.
surface. Yeah.
First.
Of course.
Surface. Oh, sorry.
And then I've got my hands on my hips at the moment. Hips. Oh, that's typical. Just moved.
What it doesn't mean? Hips.
Your hips are at the top of your legs. Yeah. Each side of your leg is your hip. You can feel them if you put your hand to the top of your leg and then just feel before you get to between your waist and the top of your leg, your thigh, you've got the hips. That's the main joint. Okay.
Thank
At
you.
the top of your legs, your hips. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, then. Are we back to Monique? I think so. Monique.
Okay, step 2. Use your legs to keep up and help your balance. Try to use long, fast kicks, making sure all of your leg is moving up and down. Your knees should bend a little bit and your feet should make a small splash. Try counting to 6 quickly and kicking your legs in time with this.
Yeah, right. Try to counting to 6 and keeping your legs in time. Not going to happen. Okay, nicely read. Just be careful. Okay. It's not to keep up, it's to keep you up. Okay.
To keep you up. Okay.
Yeah, to keep you level with the water, not sinking down. Because if you do swim and just use your arms, your legs automatically sink down. Okay, so you're kicking to keep your legs on the surface of the water, or just along the surface of the water. So to keep you up. Now to keep up means something else. Who wants to chase me? Marco, you going to chase me? Monique, you going to chase me?
Yes.
Come on then, let's go for it. Come on.
Okay.
Keep up! Keep up!
It's like you're doing something.
Oh, I'm
Your
walking,
face
I'm
are
not running.
Yeah, you weren't able to keep up with me. Yeah, to keep
Yeah.
up with someone means to be able to go at the same speed. Yeah, to keep up.
Shine.
Oh, okay.
Shiny can't run because it's very difficult for Shiny to move with her connection. So it's as well for Shiny to stay standing.
Thank you for your understanding.
That's okay. I know how it is. I know how it is. Okay, but to keep up and to keep you up, totally different. Those little phrasal verbs and how they're used is really quite difficult. Okay. Okay, so step 3. Marco.
Okay, step 3. Your arms are your power, like the engine of a car. One arm should follow the other through the water and over the top. Try putting your hand into the water in front of your head and stretch it forwards as far as it will go, slicing it into the water with your thumb first. The less splash, the better. The less splash, the better.
Yes, don't splash. That's another thing my swimming teacher used to
Yeah,
shout
don't
at
splash.
me. Yeah.
Splash. Yeah. Don't splash. Oh my gosh.
And something else he shouted at me was, "You're all splash and no go." I used to just thrash through the water. Oh dear, getting shouted at school, isn't it fun? Okay, very good.
And not moving.
Yeah, not moving anywhere, absolutely. Just all this water flowing everywhere. In fact, there were lots of rules at swimming at school, but we might have to go through those next week. We're going to do this for next session. We're going to do this for 2 sessions because I think we did 3 lots of vocabulary challenges around this theme, including the spa. So we will be covering the spa at some point. Okay, Shiny, if you'd like to read this next bit. Step 4.
Yes. Step 4. Once you have mastered the arms, you can increase your speed by bending your elbow and then pushing your hand towards your feet. Try not to waste any power at the end of the stroke, keeping your hand going until it gets to the top of your leg. Moving your hand over the water is important as well. Lift your arm out of the water and try to control it as it goes back to the starting point. Let your hand relax.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Sorry, I missed that bit. Very good, well done. Just the one word, not towards, towards. It's like to, the direction.
Towards.
That's it, yeah. Toe would be toe, or, let me think, or toe, that's toe. And then you've got to and towards. Some people just say toward, but towards is also correct, okay? Any questions? Oh, Nina's crashed or had to go. Okay, well, I've got 5 minutes. I've not overrun yet. Okay, so who would like to read Nina's bit? Any volunteers? Okay, then Monique, it's you.
Yeah, because I was reading, but no one says anything. Okay. Step 5. Your breathing is a key part of the stroke. Breathe regularly to keep it going. Your face is in the water, so you need to remember to turn your head when you want to take a breath. Try to turn your head very smoothly, leaving the side of your head resting in the water. Doing this incorrectly will spoil all of the other good things you have done so far. Remember, try to improve one bit at a time. Once you think you have done all of these things, spend a few sessions practicing them, and then have a look at intermediate front crawl.
Very good. Intermediate, not intermediate.
Intermediate.
Yeah, we do have the verb to mediate. Yeah, which just means to sort of get between two people who are fighting and try to get them to come to an agreement, to mediate. But
Yeah.
this is intermediate.
Yeah.
Intermediate.
Intermediate.
That's it. Good.
Intermediate.
Yeah, believe it or not, there is an intermediate crawl and an advanced crawl. Obviously, the advanced crawl is the one that people do when they want to win a race, and that's one where you do less breathing. But isn't it interesting, if you turn your face to one side to breathe when you're doing the breaststroke, you can be disqualified, and yet it is what you need to do if you're doing the front crawl. You have to turn your head to one side. I'm trying to remember. I think I turned my head to the right when I used to do front crawl. I used to turn my head to the right, but I can't remember. Did I turn my head to the left? Can't quite remember. Okay, let's go over to the other swimming pool that we've got here. Now, this is a swimming pool, but it's probably not the kind of swim. Oh, I'm still running. Yeah. Try to keep up. Oh, no.
This is an abandoned swimming.
Whoa!
Oh my god. I fall down. No.
You fell into my trap. Yeah, I'm sorry. I did try to dig a hole. But are you able to get out, Monique?
Okay, yeah.
Oh, well
I'm here.
done. Good. Okay, then what we're going to have to try and do is, I think, I'm not sure if, oh no, yeah, be careful. You'll have to jump up and over. That's it. Yay, well done. Now, I'm not sure about Shiny being able to... Oh, well done, Shiny. Yay, she's flying. I'm proud of you, Shiny. Okay, and where's Marco? So what I'd like you to look at is, one, would you want to go swimming here?
Well, there is no water now.
There's no water. Okay, if we put water, if we filled it with water, would you want to go swimming?
Is that a mattress?
But,
Yes.
but
Oh gosh. Don't try anything. Be careful.
Yeah, there's something not so nice about this one, isn't there?
Sentence.
Okay, let's just see if we can... Oh, hang on. I'm just going to bring some water over. Just bear with me.
You want to cover that mattress?
Well,
With water.
water wouldn't really do it. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but we'll give it a go. Let's just put it in. You can't go swimming without water, so that's very true. But even with the water... Oh, there we go.
but some tiles turned green. Actually, it's like what do you call it?
That's yeah. What is it?
Like on the trees, like on the trees.
Yeah, because of the mud.
No, don't Shiny. Shiny's gone for a swim. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh dear. So I'm afraid I'm going to kill... I do normally kill a couple of students a session through drowning, so this session is no different. Okay. And then we'll just... Okay, so now we have water in it.
So,
Would you still...
but
would you want to
Shiny
go
is
swimming?
sitting on this.
No!
Why not?
Ali! Look at this
This is ice.
face!
This is ice.
This is dirty!
It's pretty minging, isn't it? Oh! Help! Now I'm stuck. I'm drowning. Help me.
Welcome back, Nina.
My computer just kicked me off. My internet kicked me off.
It can happen, I'm afraid. I'm afraid it can happen, so...
You?
We're over
Come
by...
Can
Hang
you
on.
see me?
Yes, we can. We are next to the other pool.
You all disappeared.
We're by the big pool.
Funny.
If you look to your... Here, I'll come over and bring you over, okay? You might not have... Okay, so can you follow me? Okay, follow me.
Okay.
Keep up.
Keep up.
Oh, other side. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Don't fall in the hole. This is a very dangerous
Okay.
pool. It definitely needs an upgrade. And what you're going to have to do now is you're going to have to jump.
Oh,
You're going to have to jump.
Jump.
thank you.
Yeah, jump.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, looked like I broke my ankles then. Now you can jump by clicking on the little arrow that goes up where you've got walk. That's it. And then, hey, well done. Awesome. Good job. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll start walking now because that's too much. So we were just discussing, and Monique is a definite no. Would you want to go swimming here?
It's beautiful, right, Nina? Beautiful swimming pool.
Oh, it's just gorgeous.
Oh my gosh, again.
Oh,
Oh dear.
what is that?
Can you believe that?
Hang on, I'm just going to
What is that?
edit. And
Oh gosh. Here I go.
Be
Get out of
careful.
here.
edit link.
Yeah.
Unlink. This might be my problem. Sorry about this, because I'm
my
trying to get.
gosh.
Ah, there we have it. Okay,
What's
I have it there.
Oh, here is the mattress. Now it's like an inflatable.
Oh my god.
Oh, I think think we've got stuck in underground. Hang on.
Yeah. Sit down.
Okay.
Sit.
Yeah,
Sit.
find somewhere to sit.
And you can.
Yeah, find somewhere to come and sit on the mattress. I think everybody's fallen. Yeah. Everybody seems. There's it.
No.
Oh my goodness. Hang on. Let me. We're all
way.
stuck. Could you send me a TP, Monique?
Okay.
Thank you.
Hold on.
I'm definitely stuck now. And I can't seem to. Thank you. Yay. Okay, we'll send it. Marco's blown his way out. Okay, don't panic, anybody. Shiny, don't panic. I'll send you a teleport.
I sent them. Okay.
Oh,
no
thank
problem.
you. You're a saviour.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you accept the teleport, everybody, you should be able to get out. It wasn't meant to be quite this adventurous, okay? It wasn't. Where's Shiny? Shiny! Where are you?
Yeah. Here.
Oh, there you are. Good, good, good.
Okay.
Okay. So, yes, I think we wouldn't really want to go swimming here, would we? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a photo and I'm going to put it on the forum.
It's depressing. On Friday, just you know, at the most spectacular place.
I take you to the most exotic places, don't I?
Exotic? Really?
Okay, let me just take. Oh, I've got to put it in the right place. Hang on. Screenshots. No, teaching online. There it is. Kitely. Swimming. Swimming lessons. Okay, what I'm going to do, probably. Okay, probably at some point this weekend. Maybe not today. I'll try and get it up today. I'll put it into virtual worlds and I'll put the photograph there. Okay, and I'd like you to all write what we have to do to make this swimming pool a little bit nicer to swim in. Okay, so it's just not a particularly nice place to go swimming, I don't think. You go on this just stinky water, dirty water, stinky mattress, and oh, I've fallen through again.
Maintenance will be good, you know.
Well,
That's the problem with this.
Quite, I think there's a lot we need to do before next session, which will be in 2 weeks, by the way. But before next session, write what you think we have to do to make it just a bit nicer here, okay? I mean, we've got a diving board, we've got a pool, we've got the steps we need to get in, and it's big enough to swim in. It's not like the inflatable pool or the paddling pool. But I don't think anybody would want to come and swim here. No way. No way. Ah, I've done it again. Okay. Oh, it goes mad. It goes nuts.
Where are you, Lynn?
I've fallen through again. Hang on. Is it here? No.
Oh, we lost her.
Yeah, I'm lost again. Hang on. No, it won't let me. Oh, thank you, Monique. What would I do without you?
Come back.
I don't know what I keep doing. Something needs fixing. So anyway, so for next week, next session, I must stop saying that. The next session, as I say, keep an eye on the forum and just say what you'd like to see to get you to go swimming here. Okay. Maybe no dirty mattress floating in would be a good start. Okay, so thanks for coming. We'll be in TGIF in Discord in half an hour-ish. Yeah, well, 20 minutes. I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea. Shiny, next session we'll also be reading through your texts. Okay, I have made the corrections, by the way. If you go and have a look in the forum, you'll see I've done the corrections now. But I thought it might be nice to do it when April's going to be here as well. Okay, so take care, and I'll see you later or next time I'm online.
Next time,
Check
because
the
you
calendar.
won't be able next week.
Well, no, I will be around next week because Amatsu's coming, so we will probably be popping in. But nothing set, no fixed times. So you might see us around on the forum. We might call you out to come and have a chat on Kitely or in Discord probably. But other than that, there's no set times for my sessions. In fact, it's going to be a bit sparse next week because I think Marion will be away as well. But that's life. That's life. And there's nothing to stop you guys from
learning English
as well, and coming in world and talking and discussing and actually speaking to each other. There's nothing to stop you. Just because I'm not around doesn't mean to say you stop. Okay, but I'll speak to some of you, I'm sure, on Discord in a bit. Okay, Marco, bring your questions about Vikings. I'm going to ask you some questions about fantasy football, by the way.
Oh, but I can't.
Oh, you can't come. Oh, darn.
Oh, yes.
I need help. I keep losing. Never mind. Next time you're in.
Okay.
Take care then. Have a nice weekend then, Marco.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Okay, you too. Bye.
Cheers, guys.
Bye. Bye, Nina. Bye, Shiny.
Bye.